Hi McNeely, happy Book Talk Friday. Today I'm going to chat with you about two classic books. The first one is called A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine, and even if you've seen the movie, you really need to make time for the book. This book is a spectacular adventure of travels to other universes and planets in order to rescue someone. Meg is an ordinary girl. She doesn't think very highly of herself. She has an extraordinary brother, Charles Wallace, and one day their father goes missing. Their father is a scientist studying top secret things, and Meg and her brother are swept up on this adventure when these three beings pop into their lives, Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Which, and they lead the children on this spectacular adventure to other universes, other planets, and all with the aim of getting back their father. So if you like science fiction, if you like adventure, if you like fantasy, this is like one of the original fantasy stories. I love reading this book because when I read it, I can see how it has influenced a lot of other children's books that we have today. And you can read it on so many levels. You could read it just as a classic survival adventure story, or you could read it with all the rich symbolism that it has in it and all the references to different eras in time and important characters in history. So I highly recommend this book if you've never read it. And it won the 1962 Newbery Medal, so you know it's good. The next book that I have to recommend is The Witches by Roald Dahl. This book haunts me. I read it in about grade 4 and I remember it to this day. If you are a fan of horror and humor, Roald Dahl does it best. I'm going to read to you my favorite part from The Witches, and it's about how to identify a witch. For all you know, a witch might be living next door to you right now. She might be the woman with the bright eyes who sat opposite you on the bus this morning. She might be the lady with the dazzling smile who offered you a sweet from a white paper bag in the street before lunch. She might even, and this will make you jump, she might even be your lovely school teacher who is reading these words to you at this very moment. Look carefully at the teacher. Perhaps she is smiling at the absurdity of such a suggestion. Don't let that put you off. It could be part of her cleverness. So in this story, we get to see a young boy's grandmama's stories come to life. His grandma is an expert in all things witch, and she's told stories to this boy his whole life, and eventually he has the opportunity to stumble across the Witches' Convention. And at the Witches' Convention, their goal is to exterminate all children from the world. And if you ever have read about the Grand High Witch, you will forever have a picture of her in your mind. She's one of the greatest villains of all time. So those are my recommendations for you, A Wrinkle in Time and The Witches. Happy long weekend and happy reading. I will talk to you soon. Bye.